What's going on, ladies and gents? This is Tree, and I'm here playing Dungeon Defenders 2. So I wanted to do an intro video before I actually started showing the episodes to get you an idea of what I'm trying to achieve here. I've spent a lot of time playing Dungeon Defenders, the whole franchise, Dungeon Defenders Eternity, and Dungeon Defenders 2 back when it was pre-alpha. But there was so many changes going on that, I just got tired of keeping up, so I kind of stopped. And now that it's been released, I guess it's at a pretty good point where I could kind of pick it up again. So what I did is I deleted all my characters. I sold all my gear that I had saved up, and I rolled all new characters. So if you see here, I've got all level 1 characters again. I haven't purchased any special characters, so I have the default that come with the game when you get it. And so basically what I'm going to do for this series is I'm going to take these maps one at a time from campaign as far as I can get. What I'm going to use to go through and complete each map. And so that'll give you a good idea of how you can do it. If you're new to the game and you're getting frustrated on some of the levels, I like playing this game solo. Obviously, it's kind of more meant to be played multiplayer with other people, but I like being able to set everything up myself and go through the whole level myself. So if that's the kind of gameplay that you're going to be going for, then this is the series that you want to see. So like I said, I'm going to be playing every map, starting from the very first map in campaign, going as far as I can go by myself, and I'll show you how I do it and some of the things you might want to look for on each of the maps, because there's definitely a lot of sneaky things that they've thrown in to throw you a curveball. But yeah, like I said, so I have brand new characters just like you would. I'm going to get gear just like you would, and I may fail sometimes. I may succeed, but that's going to be part of the game. Alright, so what I would like to start out with is a little bit about the game basics. So before I actually start any gameplay, if you're new to the game, I want to let you know a little bit about what to expect when you play this game. Some of the user interface, characters, gear, stuff like that, and I'm just going to touch on it really quickly. So some of the first things that you're going to notice, I am in a private tavern, so you don't see anybody else around here, but you can join a regular tavern or whatnot too if you want to play with other people. So one of the things that you're going to notice up in the top left hand corner is your health bar as well as your character that's currently selected. So I have the apprentice out right now, so that's his portrait up there. You'll see a 1, that's the level, and the little bar in between the 1 and the character's portrait, that's the experience bar. So as that goes up and reaches the top, you'll gain a level. You'll see my health bar right beside that in red. It says 405, and then you're gonna see 3 X's up at the top, and those are your other characters that you can play. You can basically have cards. Each of your character has a card, and you have 4 cards at one time. So while you're playing a map or whatnot, you can switch between those 4 characters. Now they're all X right now because I don't have any other characters in my deck. So let's go ahead and add those characters. Like I said, I went and completely wiped everything. Now, my Steam account is the same, so you'll notice that I still have a lot of credits of different kinds. These are your coins, and you have various different ruins and other types of credits. You'll have bags that you can carry your gear in that you pick up while you're playing. And let's talk about the stats a little bit. So with the apprentice, you have different towers. You have your flame tower. You have your barricade. It's a magic barricade. You have an ice tower, which slows enemies and freezes them. And you have your Earthshock tower. And there you go. This will give you also a little bit of additional information. So this icon right here, this is your tower's health, your tower's attack, your tower's range, the distance that it can shoot, the speed, the crit chance, and the critical damage, so the damage that it does when it does crit. Obviously, this is what you see over here. Now they've also added some stuff like cosmetics, so you can change what they look like and stuff like that. And some of these other options I don't have unlocked yet, and I'm sure we'll see it and we'll figure it out as we go. They didn't have this back when I played before, so I'm not 100% sure. So these other slots down here, these are your gear slots. So you'll have a weapon, you'll have a headpiece, chest piece, gloves, and boots. You can have a pet. Probably won't have a pet for a bit. I don't think you get it into the last stage of the campaign, so that'll be empty for a bit. But your pet would go here. You also have different ruins that you can put inside of your different towers that you have, which will boost them individually. So, like I said, we're going to go in here. We're going to go ahead and create new players or some new characters. So, let me back out of that. I'm going to go and hit escape, create hero. Now, I already have an apprentice, so I'm going to do the squire, and I'll let you listen to that.
Charging headfirst into any situation, the squire relies upon stubborn brute strength and perhaps a little luck to overwhelm his enemies. The squire's simple defenses embody his brash and bold nature by crushing, poking, skewering, and slicing incoming enemies.
All right. So you'll obviously, when you're playing this, you can go and listen to those, but that's kind of gives you a little intro on what these characters are about. So let's go ahead and pick the next character, which is the squire. So I'm gonna do create, and I'm just gonna keep the name the same. So confirm, and it automatically switches me to. Now, if you'll notice up in the top left-hand corner, now one of those X's has my apprentice as an option. So if I hit F1, I switch to the apprentice. So I'm gonna go ahead and create the other two. Now, I don't have any of the other special characters unlocked, so we're just going to select the other two.
Is an experienced wildlife hunter and trapper. As a student of martial arts.
All right, and there we go. So I've got my apprentice, I've got my squire, I've got my huntress, and I've got my monk. That's all four. So let's talk about some other things. You're going to be able to do left click to do just single shots or swings, depending on your character. The right click is like a charged attack or block, or like I said, it depends on the character. So if I switch to the squire, that's a block, and then swing. So let's see, what else? Jump, obviously. So as you're navigating, I know I am kind of going around just randomly talking about stuff, but I do want to try to get all of this stuff in. So this area right here of the tavern is the pet area. So if you do have a pet, you can train them up and level them up here. This area right here is pretty much cosmetic, so you can get different outfits and as well as cosmetic changes to your towers. And then all along the outside here, you have different vendors that sell different things. So what you'll see right here is like the kind of like the training area. So what you can do is you can attack things, see how much damage you do, what your DPS is, and kind of test out your different abilities, as you can see. So something else you can do is you can also set up your towers and see what damage they do as well as what they do if you're not sure. So what you'll see here is I've selected my flame tower, and you can see the directions that it's pointing by the beams that go out of it. And that's the cone, the area of effect of that particular tower. So I know if that I put it right here, it's going to hit all of the enemies in that particular range. as well as how far back it goes. That's how far it'll reach. So once you've selected it and you want to put it somewhere, you click left click once, and then it's set it down. So now what you can do is you can rotate it. Just rotate it around once you find the right angle. Click it again, and there we go. So once you have your towers up here, you can do different things. Now I'm a low level right now, so I can't really upgrade it or anything like that. I can sell it, but some of the other options that you'll have are you can upgrade. Once you get to higher levels, you can upgrade them even more and more to make them do more damage and whatnot. So that being said, I think that's about it. And we're going to jump into gameplay right after this. Like I said, what I'm trying to do for this series is I'm going to go through level by level, and I'm going to put my towers down. I'm going to show you where I'm putting my towers down. And so if you want to get through this game and learn how to the right place to put towers to get you by, be sure to stay tuned. I'm going to do one episode per level, to make it nice and easy to find them. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you are excited about this series and you want to see the rest of them and you want to see more videos just like it, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it, guys. See you later.